If you could just give us again your name, age, occupation.
Daniel Lipian, 28, Executive Director, Wood County Republican Party.
And of course we don't have to ask you, but who did you vote for and why? If you could just explain to us.
For which office?
For the office of President of the United States of America.
I voted for Mitt Romney for president. Obviously, I think Mitt Romney, his vision for America of trying to keep taxes lower, trying to actually work with Congress to pass a budget, something this president hasn't done in the last 3 years. In fact, he tried to pass a budget last year, and not a single member of his own party even voted for it. I just think that the president has had a track record over the past 4 years of not being able to get things done. I think he's a good guy. I don't bear any ill will towards him, but unfortunately he hasn't been able to get a lot done. And with Republicans controlling the House and the Democrats controlling the Senate, I don't see this president being able to get anything done anytime soon. And so it's interesting, some of my friends and I were discussing this. Some of them said, well, it doesn't really matter who the president's going to be because it's going to be gridlock in Washington. Well, that may be true. Obama has proven over the past couple of years he hasn't been able to do anything with this gridlock. He has not been able to work together with congressmen, with senators to get things passed. He acts like a petulant child most of the time and really isn't able to get things done. So, unfortunately, the result wasn't the way I wanted it, but I hope President Obama will try to maybe learn from this experience and realize Mitt Romney's probably going to win the popular vote tonight, and so Barack Obama did not get a mandate from this country. If anything, this country is more divided than it's ever been. It's time to come together. That's what he ran on in 2008. That's not what he did during his first term. So hopefully he'll prove me wrong and be able to do that in the second term.
Were there things about Romney's plan in regards to health care and the environmental action that excited you more than what Barack Obama had planned for?
For me, health care, environment, those are very important issues to Americans, but to me it's all about the economy. $16 trillion in debt. We were $10.6 trillion when Obama came in. He added almost $6 trillion to the deficit. This country has been going in the wrong direction. We're hemorrhaging money. We're borrowing money from China. We're in debt up to our eyeballs. He hasn't been able to pass a budget in the past 3 years. He hasn't been able to work across the aisle. So to me, as important as health care and the environment are, and obviously I'm no fan of Obama's health care bill, the bottom line is the debt. He hasn't been able to control it. He hasn't said, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to cut programs that aren't working because we simply can't afford it. If you're a family and you're trying to operate on a budget, you can't just print money and expect to be able to keep your house. It doesn't work that way, but the government apparently thinks that this country works that way. And so I can't say that, in terms of Romney's health care plan, he wanted to get rid of Obamacare. I never thought that that was possible. I think that was more of a campaign talking point. But he wanted to pare it down, and it does need to be pared down. It's too expensive. You just can't afford the bill.
Right.
So in regards to the health care plan, I would be in agreement with him on that.
Some people would argue because Mitt Romney is such on a higher level of his own income, how does that set him different than the average American voter, and why do you think the election went that way? Maybe because of that, or you don't?
I don't care how much money somebody makes. Barack Obama's a millionaire. He's making millions of dollars off of his book deals. He's not poor. He's a rich guy. Yeah, Romney was born into wealth. You know what? Some of us are fortunate to be born that way. But none of us get where we are without help from someone, whether it's our family or friends. I don't begrudge someone for being successful and making money. Don't begrudge the person. I don't think it makes someone out of touch necessarily with the average American any more than it makes you or I out of touch with someone because we didn't grow up in that circumstance. Barack Obama grew up under very difficult circumstances. I applaud him. He's achieved the American dream with what he's done. Mitt Romney also has achieved the American dream. And he had to go through his own trials and tribulations in life. So I never begrudge someone if they make a good, honest dollar. The facts is that the wealthiest 1% of Americans pay over 60% of the total taxes in this country every year. I'm not in that select club, but if I was and I was paying those types of taxes and I was part of the block that actually creates the jobs in this country, well, I would think that it'd be kind of ridiculous to think that I'm disconnected from regular people when I'm one of the people creating the jobs. But personally, at the bottom line, at the simplest component, I don't begrudge anybody for making an honest living. Yeah. I don't. And it doesn't matter how much they make. No more than it matters what color someone's skin is. To me, a person's a person, and I don't think to me, it never really made me feel disconnected from him.
All right.
Do you think that social media had a role in this election at all? Do you believe that social media had a role in this election at all?
Maybe some. I think the Obama campaign did a very good job using the social media structure to reach out to college students. I think the Democratic Party has always had more of an attraction to college students. It's always been that way. But I think if they've been able to use social media effectively, I think that the Romney campaign attempted to do it a little bit better this time. Whether it had any difference at all in the election results, I really don't think so. Maybe that it offered new avenues for politicians to be able to reach out to the average American through social media. You know, Obama tweets that he played a basketball game with his friends tonight or something like that. You know, I don't really think that had anything to do with the overall vote tonight. But it's definitely an interesting time to be an American where you have easier methods to communicate with people that are in higher positions. So, but no, it didn't have any effect on the vote at all.
All right.
So.
Any other questions? Well, thank you.
Thank you.